Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week I put together 3 easy comfort food recipes that you can make right in your Instant Pot. Let's go ahead and get this video started, and I hope you all enjoy. First up is my Instant Pot chili. Perfect for this time of year. Super easy, simple, and quick. The first thing I want to do is set my pot to saute mode. I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of vegetable oil. Now you can just leave the meat out and make this a bean chili. It is super delicious, but I'm gonna add in a pound of ground turkey. You can use ground chuck or ground chicken. I see people cooking their vegetables separate all the time, and I'm not sure why, but I like to cook mine right along with my meat so that they get done at the same time. Plus, I feel like it adds flavor. I have some frozen peppers and onions in the freezer that I needed to use up, so I'm going to add in about a cup of that. Next, I added in about 1/4 cup of chili powder. I'm going to use lots of cumin, probably about 1/4 cup of that. A couple of tablespoons of onion powder. 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. You can use the pre-made packs or just make your chili the way that you normally would. I'm adding some salt and pepper. And I did add some brown sugar to this, and I just didn't film that part, but I feel like it balances out all the spices. 1 large can of tomato sauce, I believe it was 32 ounces. I'm just adding in some chili beans, kidney beans, and black beans, but you add whatever you like to your chili. I have a small can of diced tomatoes, and I want to be very careful not to fill this pot completely up. You never want to fill up your Instant Pot to the top. You'll have a gigantic mess if you do that, so make sure that you don't go over that line, which is about 3/4 of the way up. I'm going to cook this at high pressure for 20 minutes. Here is my bowl of chili. I like to top mine with some shredded cheddar, a little bit of green onion, and some jalapenos. And the next day we had tons of leftovers, so I just went ahead and made some taco salad. This fed my family of 4 for 2 days, and I still had some leftovers. If you all have not tried taco salad this way, you have to try it. It is so good. Next up is my Instant Pot chicken and dumplings. Oh my goodness, this one is probably my favorite. I have 2 frozen chicken breasts, and yes, I said frozen. And I'm just gonna put these in my pot. I'm adding in 2 cups of low sodium chicken broth. Now, if your chicken is not frozen, you will have a different cook time. Next, I'm just going to add my lid and set my pressure valve to pressure. If your chicken breast is not frozen, you'll only cook this about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm cooking this on high pressure for 16 minutes. It's been 16 minutes, and let's see if this chicken is cooked. Oop, one broke in half. And my chicken is cooked perfectly. Now you could pull this out and cut it into cubes. I'm gonna go ahead and shred mine right in my pot. We like ours shredded. It just reminds me of my mom's. This looks pretty good. Next, I'm going to add in 4 more cups of low sodium chicken broth. You can always add salt, but you can't take it out. Next, I have a can of jumbo biscuits. You want to make sure that these are not the buttermilk. The buttermilk does tend to give it a sweeter flavor. So try to find the original or the butter, anything but the buttermilk. Now I'm just going to cut these into thirds. We will have people fighting over the dumplings, so you can make them as big as you would like. I'm going to try to get as many dumplings as I can out of this can. Go ahead and separate your pieces and then just add them to your pot. I'm trying to separate them a little bit so they don't stick. Once you get them all in there, just give it a little bit of a stir. Now I'm using heavy whipping cream as a thickening agent. I'm putting in about a cup. You could make a cornstarch slurry or a roux. Put this on high pressure for 2 minutes. I did a quick release. Oh, my house smells so good right now. Look at how gorgeous this turned out. You could turn this down to saute and thicken it up a little bit if you would like, but this is perfect for me. Just beautiful. Here's my bowl. I just added a little bit of salt and pepper. This will feed about 4 to 6 people, and I think that you guys will absolutely love this recipe. I highly recommend it, and I hope you guys give this one a try. Next up is my Instant Pot spaghetti. So I just started off with a pound of ground chuck. You could use ground chicken, ground turkey, ground sausage, or you could just eliminate the meat altogether and make it vegetarian. I have done that before. Next, I'm going to add in some diced onion, some green pepper, red bell pepper, mushrooms would be good, whatever you like in your spaghetti. So I'm just going to cook this down a little bit. I like cooking my veggies with my meat because I feel like it gives it flavor. And I want to go ahead and drain this grease. Next, I have a 1-pound box of spaghetti noodles, and I broke them in half so that they would fit in my pot. You also want to crisscross these so that they don't stick too bad. Next, I'm adding in 2 jars of my favorite pasta sauce, and it is very important to not stir this right now. That meat on the bottom is going to keep your pasta from burning. Just get the pasta covered as much as you can, and I'm adding in 2 cups of chicken broth around the edges. Do not skip this step or you will burn it. For a more done pasta, you're going to want to cook this for 8 minutes on high pressure. If you like yours more al dente, just cook it for 6. I went ahead and did a natural release. If you end up doing a quick release, you're going to have a mess, something like this right here. Okay, you just pull the lid off and go ahead and give it a mix. And you can see it's sticking together just a little bit, but that's okay. If there's any advice I could give, it would be to press your noodles down as much as you can and cover it more with that sauce. I did have a couple of hard noodles that I had to pull out just because they weren't covered in sauce. Next, I'm going to add in a cup of mozzarella cheese. This is completely optional. I do have some Parmesan in the fridge that I want to use, so I'm going to go ahead and add a half of a cup of that. I feel like this cheese just takes it from an 8 to a 10. I'm just going to give it a mix until my cheese gets all ooey, gooey, melty, delicious. And that's it. Just serve it up. And I like to just add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to the top of mine. And I'm going to add a little bit of parsley. And that's it. Super easy, simple. Your kitchen stays clean. And I think you guys will enjoy this recipe. If y'all enjoyed these recipes, please give me a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. I post new videos on here every week. And for more videos like this, click right over here. Okay? All right, thanks so much for watching. Bye.